There's a giant trout hanging right there. There's a giant trout right there, right there. There he is. Ooh, nice and hot. You guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm up at the mountain fishing farm right now, and we are heading out today to try and catch some monster rainbow trout. Right now, Ruger and I were just down here on the pasture. I wanted to show you guys some pond ideas back here just before we take off. I've already got the truck loaded with all of the fishing gear as well as the kayak, just in case we need it. He's excited too about where the pond's going. Good boy. So I've already told you guys that the pond is gonna go right here, kind of next to the target area of the range. 40-foot long by 30-foot wide. But I don't want this to just be a trout pond. It's actually gonna be a more complex project because I'm gonna build a small, like, fishing cabin down here just to camp out and have some fun. Plus, I'm gonna try growing wheat and corn this year, like large wheat and corn fields. You guys can see I've got all of those irrigation heads right down here. This one here I'm actually going to use to tap in for the pond. But what I'm thinking about doing with this pond is kind of a hybrid aquaponics setup, because the trout that we'll have in there, they're going to eat a lot of food, they're going to poop a lot, and it's going to be full of nutrients. So I'm going to be pumping the nutrient-rich pond water over to the fields, which will be right here kind of behind Ruger. We'll probably have a big cornfield, kind of like that, maybe a 30-foot long cornfield, a 30-foot long wheat field, and we'll irrigate those with the pond water and then pump fresh, cold well water into the pond, which will help keep the pond cool in the summer months. At least that's the idea. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if the whole trout pond thing is gonna work out, and just stay tuned in future episodes when we start construction of the pond over there. All right, just gotta get the goats fed real quick. Some of you guys have been asking in the comments what these giant wheels here are for. Basically, we're gonna build a huge cannon out of that. It's gonna be like a giant life-size cannon that we're gonna build out here, the NWFS cannon. This baby's all loaded up, ready to go. And look at this, I actually cleaned the shop a little bit. It's not as much, it's still a mess. It's still a mess, but that's okay. It's a lot better than it was. So this right here is the remnants of the hay that I stored for the goats for the entire winter. And well, spring came early, so I didn't actually need to use that much, but it's still nice to just have some hay to give those guys while we take off and go fishing, because I can't have them just free ranging out wild while we're gone. And the tug, guys, we're gonna have the tug out on some adventures very soon. I've just got a small checklist of things to do on there before she's ready to go, and then we're gonna go on multi-day tugboat fishing adventures. Oh man, I see a lot of very excited little goats. Here you go, guys. Here we go. Food for everyone. Ugh. I like to just always do is you spread it out a little bit. That way it's not all clumped in one area. That way they don't fight as much and stuff. Oh, sister. Oh, looks like we gotta throw one more bale in. Sister's being rude to the two little girls, to Danny and Salty. Come on, Ruger, let's go. No, 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 Danny, Salty, what are you doing? Hey, no, you got, oh my goodness. Oh no, no. Danny, you are not tipping over the wheelbarrow. Get back in there, little girl. Salty, unbelievable. What are you doing, Salty? Get over here. Get. My goodness, she's such a tiny little goat, but she's, oh my goodness. Guys, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. I'm just trying to get Ruger in here, but of course, every time I open the gate, the goats come out. Come on. Oh my goodness. It's okay, little boy. It's a total disaster. All right, Danny, get over here. My goodness, God, Danny, you've got a belly on you. You've got a belly. Yep. There we go. You guys can see Danny and Salty here. They are fully integrated into the goat herd, and besides a little bit of some rough housing on day one, things are going really good. I think these guys here, they just had to figure out that they are very much at the bottom of the goat hierarchy, and that's just kind of how goats do it. They have to kind of do a little bit of play fighting and stuff to find out who's in charge. Mama here, she's definitely the goat in charge, but she's been really nice to the little ones now that they kind of respect her. Oh, sister here. She's the only one who still kind of challenges these little guys here. I think it's because sister's really low on the totem pole, so she's trying to like make sure she's not on the bottom. But these guys here are doing great. They're really happy that they're all living together now. Just gotta fill up the goat's water real quick. This guy right here is called a frost free. It's awesome. Basically, you lift this handle there and it just pumps out water like crazy. Oh my goodness. Dang, Mama, you were parched. Oh, goodbye, you guys. I am extremely excited to fish the spot here together. I've never been at this spot here with you guys, and this is a very different kind of fishery, something that I've never fished before. I've heard things about this place. I believe that the state record rainbow trout comes from here, but I'll tell you guys more about it when we get there. We got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. I was actually out fishing already yesterday, just at the lake right behind the farm. Took the dogs up there. We were just testing out some new lures. Ooh, had to strike immediately, guys. There's another one. Come on, baby, come on, come on. Oh, I see them snap. I see one. Oh, there he is, there he is. I saw him follow it all the way to shore. Look at this little beauty right there. It's a gorgeous little tiger trout. There we go. Look at the beautiful, just the markings on this guy here. Give him a second here to breathe, and he's off. Caught a few trout, no giants though at all, but that's what we're gonna try and do today, is catch an absolute monster. And that lake down there next to us has so many little islands and hidden coves that I cannot wait to explore with the tugboat. We're gonna go on some missions out there, and we're gonna be chasing some monster trout. Who knows, like what could be living down in there. This area here, this is where we released Gus Gus. You guys remember Gus Gus? Maybe he has like a big mouse family now. We have arrived at a giant river, and this is where we're gonna go fishing for these monster rainbow trout. The water down there, guys, is looking good. Oh my goodness. Let's pull over here real quick and just take a good close look at this. Oh my goodness. Guys, it is beautiful out here. And just look at the water down there. Oh. So this river right here, I actually live very close to it. It's one of the biggest rivers in the entire world. It flows all the way up from Canada, down through the United States, and then into the Pacific Ocean between Washington and Oregon. And what we're doing is something really weird in this episode. We're going higher up on the river where there are some farms where they're farming, I believe, giant steelhead or Atlantic salmon. And they've got these giant net pens in the river. But we are not going after the fish inside the net pens because they feed those salmon and the steelhead. The trout in the river have figured that out, and they hang out right by those net pens. And apparently they get massive. They get massive. For years now, I've been wanting to come out here. A lot of you guys in the comments have also mentioned that I should come out here. So I'm just like keeping an eye open for these net pens. I'm not exactly sure what they would look like. Oh my goodness. Look at that, there's a giant fish farm in front of us. Look at that. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Here, let's pull over. Is there any way that we can, how do we get there? I'm seeing a couple of boats down there. They probably are doing exactly what we're about to do. Just got to find a place to get down to the water to get the kayak down there. I'm not seeing exactly a spot that we can use to access this place here. Ooh, there was a road right there. All right, we're backing up. I just saw a, here we go, here we go. I think this should be accessible. Let's take a look right here. A little off-roady, but that's okay. That's okay, we'll see if this gives us a little access point here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the kayak down here. My goodness, that fish farm is huge. All right, so this is really, really steep. We're not gonna drag the kayak. I'm not really seeing a good spot to launch it. You can see there's a couple of boats, and I think those guys are fishing right there by the farm. So we're just gonna go right down here and find our own spot and see if there's a big one right here. Dude, I am so excited for this. All right, we're just gonna work our way down there to the water. Wow. Look at that, guys. The water is just absolutely crystal clear. It's beautiful. There's a giant trout hanging right there. There's a giant trout right there, right there. I'm just gonna set you right here. Oh man, this is not working. It's too sloped here. We gotta get the chesty out of the backpack without making any noise. Remember, trout, they can hear us. They can feel the vibrations that we make on shore here. So, oh man, okay, here we go. Oh, the backpack almost rolled down in the water. Guys, we are hunting this giant here. Oh God, guys, he's a giant. I'm trying to just do this as quickly as I can. I'm just gonna get the net off of here already. Ready to go, NWFS trout net. Okay. Guys, we're kind of sitting, we're in a crouched sitting position. That giant trout is right there. We've got the bullet lure ready to go. And why don't we just go ahead and send that baby out there just past him a little bit so he doesn't kind of feel, so it doesn't spook him. And now let's go ahead and reel in right in front of him. See if he takes it. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, he was not interested at all. Not at all. Let's go ahead and just kind of cast it out there again. Maybe we can jig it in front of him a little bit. I don't want to spook this guy. Do not want to spook this guy. Slow retrieve. Oh, he kind of looked at it there for a second. This guy is not responding to the bullet lure. Oh, why don't we try the bobber? I don't have any worms or anything, guys, but I do have just this little bit of some power bait that we could try and throw on the hook. And it's gonna try and float, so this is not ideal. We're just kind of winging it here right now, guys. I did not expect you to see this monster right here. Right here when we start. I'm like panicking a little bit. I'm shaking, I'm literally shaking. All right, squeeze that bait onto the hook. Over there we go. That'll give everything time to sink, and then by the time it gets to him, it'll just kind of drift down in front of his nose. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh man, guys, he is not like interested at all. We're just gonna transfer that power bait over here to the third rod. This is the last hope that we have at this big trout here. He might just not be in the mood, guys. We might need to find a different one. Okay, this one here is set up with kind of a bottom rig. So what we'll do is cast that out in front of him a little bit. Ooh, that was probably too far. Too far. There we go. He's kind of got some kind of a feeding behavior going on. I'm watching him. And right now we've got that power bait. It's kind of floating a little bit. He's swimming over to it. Swimming, oh my goodness. He's swimming kind of right at the power bait. He's right by the power bait. He's coming at us, guys. He's coming at us. He passed the power bait. Guys, he's coming at us. He's coming straight at us. Look at that big boy. Look at him. He's a football trout, but he's just not interested in the bait right now. Maybe he's already eaten his fill. And there's a full boy right there. God, look at him. Look at him. He's beautiful. All right, you know, this guy here, he's just up. Yep, no, he saw us now. He knows something's up. Why don't we do this, guys? Why don't we do this? We're gonna send this baby out here, a bottom rig. There we go. Sending that baby there out, and then we're gonna fish the bullet lure, maybe see if we can still catch that trout. But at least this way we've got a rod out there fishing the deep water. Look at this, there's an old pole holder right here that we can just use. Perfect. All right, all we're gonna do is put a little bell right there. That way if a fish bites, we'll hear it. And let's go and see if we can't reel one in with the bullet lure. Oh, where did that monster go? I think he swam back out into the deep. Dang, that's all right. That's all right. That got me really excited. Guys, there's monster fish here. I mean, saw one right away. All right. Let's see if we can't get one on the bullet lure while that rod there is fishing for us. Let's see how deep it is here. Oh yeah, it's not that deep actually. Not that deep, but that's okay. Obviously the trout are definitely coming very close to shore. Come on, baby. There's got to be a hungry one. That guy there, I think he was just full. He was full. He wasn't interested in anything. Now, these trout are a little bit on the thicker side, so we're gonna try a slower retrieve here. I don't know how active these ones are. I think they're just like sitting here at these fish farms and just gorging themselves on pellets. So that's probably why that one was not that hungry. But I don't know. I mean, there's still wild trout hanging out here. I'm so excited though to find out if we can get one. So maybe we'll just try kind of like a jigging action with the bullet lure. Kind of bounce it around in one spot a little bit. Oh, might have just had a bite, guys. Might have just had a bite or got stuck on the bottom. Kind of hard to tell. Let's do that again. Let's jig it a little bit. We're getting a bite, getting a bite. Getting a bite over here. Oh, he's still there, he's still there. Still there, gonna give him a little bit of line. There he is, there he is, fish on, baby. Fish on. Oh guys, that feels like a good one. Is he stuck in something? Is he stuck? Oh guys, he's either massive or he's stuck, wrapped around something. Come on, baby. Oh no, he's stuck in something, guys. He's stuck. Come on. There he goes. Maybe out. He still feels wrapped, guys. Still feels wrapped. He's a big fish. This is a big fish. There we go. He's out. He's out. There we go. That's a fish, baby. That's a fish. All right, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, big head shakes, guys. Maybe it's that football trout from earlier. Oh, it's a good one, guys. That's a good trout. That is a good trout. I don't know if it's him, though. Guys, I think it's him. I think it's him. He's got the same little happy belly on him. He's got that same happy belly. Look at, he's got a beautiful, like a pink stripe down the side. Oh, look at him. He's a monster. He's a monster. Oh, he's a football. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's absolutely beautiful. That is an absolute monster, you guys. He's a football. I think it was that trout that was right there in front of us. We're going to keep that guy. That's a beautiful, beautiful eater. My goodness, that's a big fish. He is huge. Oh, you guys, look at this football trout. Man, he's just a very wide, he's a broad trout. Look at the back. He's got like a shoulder right back there behind his head. Big old belly. Look at him, he's beautiful. He's got a gorgeous, like a pink stripe down the center there, speckled throughout. He's a gorgeous rainbow trout. Man, this guy here is gonna make a good meal, you guys. Thank you so much, buddy, for providing an awesome meal for us. And he absolutely swallowed that hook. It's gonna be a challenge to even get that out. All right, let's go ahead and measure this fish right here. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. He's a big fish, but he's probably only about 16 inches. So he's not the monster that we're after, but he's a good chunky eater size. What we're just gonna do is we're gonna bleed this fish out. In order to do that, you just go right in here to the gills, make a quick little cut through the gills. And there we go. That way a little bit of that blood can get out of his meat. These fish here have amazing meat on them. So I just want to make sure that we have the best quality possible. Just get all that blood out. I'm curious. We're going to try a different bait right here. Look at this. This is like a brown color. Now, obviously what we used was just your standard. Oh, wow. Almost fell in the water. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. There we go. Really almost fell in the water. But what we used and caught him on was just your standard good old-fashioned rainbow color power bait. Dirty old power bait strikes again. But I'm curious, the theory is that this brown color right here could work because it looks exactly like the feed that they feed to the salmon in the net farms. A couple seagulls. That's really weird to see seagulls. I thought they were only in the ocean. Why are they all the way over here? We're really far from the ocean. But look at this stuff here. Nice and brown. Kind of looks a little bit like a dog poop. But we're gonna take a little bit of that on our finger and we're just gonna mold that over the hook. Completely cover that hook and just make it look like a little piece of kibble right here. Look at that. All right, just sent that baby right back out there. And you guys, there's something about bottom fishing that I don't know what it is. It's just that anticipation. You're just chilling, everything's cool. You could just be kicking back, eating a sandwich or something like that, and all of a sudden, ding, 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 and it just goes absolutely crazy. I could just sit here all day watching that, but let's go ahead and get active with the bullet lure again. And see if we can entice one of them to bite that. That little trout, he looked happy enough to bite a bullet lure. I'm pretty sure we can do it. Ooh, man, waves coming in. Oh, things are getting wild out here. All right, come on. We're gonna get one on the bullet lure. I know it. Gotta be a hungry one out there. Oh, we might have just had a hit. Might have just had a hit right there. Definitely felt very interesting. Let's give that another try. Come on, baby. It's a race now. Bottom rig versus bullet lure. Who can catch the next giant trout? Can we catch a monster here? That's the question. I'm just curious if we can catch one that won't fit into the net. Ooh, that's way out there. Oh man, I just noticed the fish, the waves took the fish out and my net almost disappeared. Oh no, no. Can't lose our fish. We're gonna have to snag him with the bullet lure. Get back here. I'm not losing that fish. There we go. Look at that, I got one on the bullet lure. Oh. All right, didn't go past the barb. It was all right, it was just the tip. Naughty trout, he tried to get away from us. How about we put him into the net, not under the net, and leave him like right there. Man, I would have been so bummed if we would have lost that trout. So bummed. All right, let's see if we'll just kind of work our way a little closer to the net pens there with the bullet lure, and we're gonna keep an eye and an ear out for that rod though there, so we can't go too far. And all the boats are fishing right there by the pens. I mean, like right next to them, but I haven't seen any of them catch anything. So I don't know, we're doing something right. But maybe what we'll do is bring that rod, the bottom rig over here so we can maybe get a little bit closer as well. It would make sense that the closer you are, the more fish there would be, potentially. Yeah, we're gonna move this rod over to closer to the pens over there, set up a new camp, move on just a little bit. Look at that, looks like one of the boats is leaving too. There we go. I'm switching us back over to the kind of that colorful power bait. I just feel like they can see it a little bit better, but you know, I just haven't given it enough time. But we know that this one here worked, so there's been no action on the other one at all. So let's just go ahead and switch over to this guy. I feel a lot better about that. Whoa. I think we're getting a bite. We're already getting a bite. I think we just had a bite already. Oh, we're getting a bit. We're getting bit. Getting bit. Getting bit. All right, let him munch it. Let him munch it. We're just waiting to feel him again. One more tug, and we'll set the hook. Oh, I think he's there. Oh, he dropped it, guys. He dropped it, didn't commit to it. We're just gonna set that up there again and put that bell back on. And he might be back. God, he's already back. He's already back. He's already back. We're just gonna set it. Is he on? No, he dropped it. He dropped it. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, I felt him for a second. I got too eager. I should have just let him munch a little bit. I don't think he's gonna come back. That probably spooked him. Yeah, I bet the bait is gone. Oh man, what a bummer. What a bummer. That was probably the big one, guys. It was probably the giant. Oh man. Oh no, the bait is still there. The bait is there. We should have just left it. Dang it. Let's just send this right back out there. I'm so glad that we switched back over to that color, guys. Definitely feeling better about it for sure. I mean, he hit that within less than a minute. So let's get that bell back on there, and we're gonna pay very close attention to this rod. I think moving over closer to those net pens might have been a good idea too. My goodness, you guys, the GoPro's over filming the rod. There's a mouse though right here. It's Gus. There he is. There he is. Oh, what is he? Oh my goodness. Get out of here, little guy. Get out of here. What was he doing? Was he trying to like get into my bag or something? No, that wasn't Gus Gus. That was a vole or something. His tail was only like this long. Gus Gus has a longer tail. Huh. Oh my goodness, we just got a big bite over here. We're getting hit. Getting hit. All right, I'm just gonna give him lots of line. So if he wants to munch it, he sure can. There he is. There we go. Fish on, baby. Fish on. Just had to let him munch it for a minute. All right, come on. Some good head shakes. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ooh, we gotta watch out. We got the bullet lure in the water there, so I don't want him getting tangled in that line. And we do need to get over here to get the net. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, reeling in two at the same time. There we go. Oh my goodness. My goodness, we're gonna try and get him under the bullet lure here. Come on. There we go. I think, yes, we crossed the line successfully. Oh, all right. Ooh, we got to get this one here out of the net. Good fighter down there, guys. Very good fighter. Feels like another really good one. Oh my goodness, he's big. That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh God, look at the belly on that fish. Look at the belly on that. Oh, he's another football. He's another football trout. All right, can't horse him in. Oh, geez, he now knows he's hooked. Oh, he's such a thick fish. Come on, oh my goodness. In the net, baby. In the net. In the net. Oh no, look how chubby that trout is. Look at him. Just look at the girth on this one here. Oh, look at the tall back. Unbelievable. And he was hooked just barely there in the corner of the mouth. Barely in the corner of the mouth. Oh, he's off the hook, off the hook. Whew, okay, almost lost him. Almost lost him. All right, let's get that out of the net. I think he's maybe a little bigger even than the first one there, guys. That is one happy, chunky little trout. There we go. This guy's out. Whew. Perfect. We're again just gonna cut the gills there just to bleed this fish out. And oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and measure this trout right here. I think he's just a hair bigger than the first one. And you know, no, actually, about actually exactly the same size. He's also probably about 16 inches. But man, I think he's a little chunkier though. Just look at just how chunky this fish is right here. I mean, look at the belly. Just look at that belly. My goodness. All right, guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout right here. They really don't get a whole lot healthier looking than this. Look at that thick belly on him right there. And just speckled in spots. He's got that gorgeous pink stripe down the middle there. Man, he's a chunky monkey. He's gonna be so tasty. Oh yeah, he's definitely thicker than the first one. Definitely thicker than the first one. Just look at that. Look at the belly comparison on those guys. For sure, belly to belly, he wins. That's plenty. We got our limit, 2 fish. So, man, absolutely beautiful out here. Let's go ahead and get back to the farm and go ahead and cook one of these babies up. I just grabbed Tika and Ruger, and they're just gonna join us down here while the sun goes down and we cook up our fish. What do you think, Ruger? Good boy, come on. There we go. Before we start with the fish, let's just get a little fire going down here. It's definitely getting a little chilly though, so now I have to throw on another layer. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Got a nice flame going. That baby in there. Check this out. One of the best fire starters in the world, a tumbleweed. I've got a whole bunch of giant ones actually that we should, in another episode, we should collect them and make a giant tumbleweed fire. There we go. Ooh, nice and hot. All right, Tika, out of the way, we gotta fillet this fish. Man, that thing is huge. Look at that, Tika. We're not gonna be able to eat this whole fish, but we'll just kind of cut in right here at the back. Just one cut right there, right over the spine. Guys, this trout, he's the color of a salmon. This is beautiful. Look at that. Guys, this looks fantastic. Look at this. I mean, this is as red, if not redder, than a salmon. This is amazing. Look at that. That is a big fish with wonderful meat right there. He's just kind of hopping around like a little rabbit out there. Man, just check out that sunset. It's just crazy right now. You can see the moon. Moon's right there. I think what we're just gonna do with that trout is we might just cook it over the fire. Do a fire roasted trout. We're just gonna take one of these sticks here and sharpen it up just a little bit. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Look at this. We got some trout on a stick. It looks fantastic. And then we should just be able to kind of roast it over the fire here. Ooh, yes. Look at that sizzle. I just kind of got it propped up here against that stick. And now the only seasoning we're going to throw onto this fish right here is just a little bit of Danish sea salt. Ooh, yes. Trout is kind of curling around the stick there, so I can start rotating it a little bit and get the underside here as well. Guys, I had to bring the trout over here to the table. It was just starting to fall apart. I didn't have time to start filming. But, ooh, man, look at this. Oh, it's so hot, but it's perfectly flaking apart. All right, here, let's try some. Oh. That is just a strong, smoky, like a salmon flavor. Absolutely fantastic. Super, super firm meat on this trout here. Wow, that is so good. Tika, do you want to try some? No? That's so funny. Tika is just not a big trout eater. Ruka, do you want some trout? He's just so busy out there in the pasture still running around. He loves to chew on grass and stuff. So yeah, he's not interested in any fish right now. Oh, there we go. We have a connoisseur here, a trout connoisseur. You're too good for the trout meat, but she likes eating the skin apparently, huh? Oh man, guys, sorry that the end of this episode just got a little rushed. I had to get out of there. Brian, my friend Brian and his boys are coming here for the weekend tonight. So I just need to kind of get the farm all settled for them. Boys weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to do some fishing together. I'll try and have another episode out for you guys here this week. I know we didn't have one here last week, so I'll do 2 for you guys. So after this weekend, the plan is going to be for me to head up to the mountains. I'm going to try and get up to one of the mountain lakes. There's a good chance that it's still snowed in and I might not be able to make it there, but we'll find out in the next episode. And if that doesn't work out, then we're just going to go back to the big lake of the Giants, not where we were today. These guys were big, but the trout at the Lake of Giants with the freak, those are bigger trout. I want to try and catch the freak. So of course, feel free to subscribe. Though you don't miss those ones, you don't have to, of course. Leave a like on this video. It helps a ton. And drop a comment. I'll see you guys in the comment section. I love you guys. We'll see you next week for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you all know it. Fish on, baby.